gentlemen, tell the community, tell the wrestling world, tell the community, the wrestling world. We are live. Oh my God, Monday Night Raw is over and Drew McIntyre defeats Randy Orton. Holy mother of God. Drew McIntyre. I can't believe I once interviewed the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Unbelievable. Guys, what's up? If you guys are new to the Joe Cronin Show, hit the like button down below, hit the sub button, or draw a weird goofy face. Dude, draw a picture of your favorite uncle who touched you. I don't know, but we're getting ready, man. Jake DeMarco's going to join us. Your phone calls, plus everybody in the chat explodes because of what Monday Night Raw did tonight. And Alexa Bliss sends me a naughty message. Plus, Joe Cronin flips out on the community and a whole bunch of other stuff that you don't want to miss. Tell your drama friends now. Tell them it's going down.
When Raw, SmackDown, WWE, or AEW end, tune in to the Joe Cronin Show. Live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action. All of it. The Joe Cronin Show. Your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity. A wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube to The Joe Cronin Show.
Unbelievable. What's up? All right. Enough music. I hope you hit the like button by now. I hope you hit the sub button by now. What's up to everybody? I'm glad you guys are here. A lot of you guys said you didn't even watch, but you're just here to support the show or to have fun or maybe find out if you want to watch later. I will tell you, there was a couple of nice parts to Raw tonight. There really was a couple of nice moments. A couple of good segment things or whatever. And then everything else really just felt like the same old repeat. So, tonight I appreciated some of what they did. And a lot of the other stuff was just like, it felt like I was watching Raw on a repeat again. By the way, for the people that don't know, I lost my voice earlier today. So it's quite the struggle for me to speak. Maybe tomorrow will be better. That or it gets worse. I don't know which one will happen, but hope you guys hit that like button down below. We are approaching 69 likes. And you know what happens when we approach 69 likes? Somewhere, somebody gets... Can't say that on YouTube anymore. Okay. Jake, what is that's my initial thoughts. Also,
yeah, certainly better than last week. Not by much. I mean, this wasn't a great night, but improved slightly. There were a few things that I enjoyed. The tag match was good. There was one other thing I liked besides the main event. Oh, I liked the Bray match. Not all of it, but certain parts of it. So, especially Alexa going over the guardrail killed me.
Dude, I almost died. Like,
I was legit choking laughing at that point. But
dude, first I thought it was really funny when she scared Morrison. I laughed at that. But I don't know why. I'm telling you, dude, that I was watching this show tonight stone-faced. Like, I was stone-faced. It was
the tale of two shows. It was a repeat Raw, and technically 3 shows, but a repeat Raw mixed with, some Survivor Series build, and everything relating to Survivor Series was terrible. And then they had the title matches. So the title matches were good. Everything else kind of fell short, unfortunately, again. But
yeah, I thought the ending to the world title match was good.
I really liked the match. I mean, I don't want to see these two face off anymore. But we talked about this on Out of Nowhere. I had told you that we had heard heavily that Vince was changing his mind and he wanted to go with Drew. This is the 3rd time he's done that. It's not like it hasn't happened before. He made sure that Kofi lost the belt before Survivor Series last year. Then the year before, or 2 years before that, whatever it was, Jinder was champion and AJ took the belt from him right before Survivor Series. Vince is notorious for doing this because he looks at the matchups of champion versus champion and then says, you know what, that doesn't work great. And he picks who he wants to just be in that match. There was literally no point of having Randy Orton be the champion for 2 weeks?
Never. Well, there isn't now.
There wasn't to begin with. He lost Drew lost Hell in a Cell just to get the title back 2 weeks later. But he did it to Randy Orton of all people. So it really is just a questionable decision as to why, in God's name, did you decide to give him the belt at all?
I don't know why they didn't. I don't understand it. I would have went with Randy Orton versus somebody else. Or I don't. I'm assuming that Vince
if they knew that Roman was champ, they knew that it was going to be champ versus champ, and if they wanted Drew versus Roman, then why not just keep it, not have Orton win the belt and keep Drew as champ? That's the most logical thing there could be.
Super Chat
Another big one coming in.
Oh, listen, I got a bunch to catch
Black
up
flag.
on.
Let's go 4 a.m.
Let's go, baby, all the way over there in Europe. Vince McMahon's nuts smell like money. Vince McMahon's nuts smell like money. Thank you so much, man. WWE Raw tonight. Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre. And let me tell you something. Vince McMahon is so all over the place, it's almost unbelievable. Vince McMahon's nuts, thank you, dude. I got to give a big shout out to It's Bullsy. First, to Jersey boys, or somebody, Jersey guys, he donated $10 earlier. But Bullsy dropped a $100 bomb before this show ever went on the air, dude. That's fucking crazy. So it's donation time. Shout out to Bullsy, but because I didn't have my Streamlabs open, it doesn't register the thing to play it, so I can't play it. But I wanted to show this is crazy. Crazy.
Smoke weed every day.
Jacob, what's up?
What a fucking claymore, dude.
What a claymore.
A thing of beauty. WWE might suck, but I get a joy of seeing two heavyweights like Orton and Roman go at it. Next stop. Roman. Sup, Jake?
Yeah. And Jacob RP, love you, brother. Jacob, here's the other thing about that.
Thank you, Jacob.
I didn't like the first half of the match because of the commercials. I think if the match had been a full match by itself, I might probably liked it better. I didn't like the first half because of the commercials, but the ending I thought was really good. So that was cool. There was no interference. Everybody thought interference. There's going to be interference. There's going to be a waste of time. I said it. Other people said it. We all said it. Yeah. Didn't happen. Oh, shit.
What if the turkeys ate us?
Oh my God, we're doing Thanksgiving early tonight. Holy shit. Wow.
They killed us and ate our children.
Wow, the super chats are going off too.
What if the turkeys ate us?
I got a boner.
What if they filleted us? If the turkeys ate us.
Blowing up.
If they had to hate us. Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, the turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart. But first they'd eat our nuts. And then they'd eat our butt. The turkeys ate us. What if the turkeys ate us? Turkeys ate us. What if they ate
It's Thanksgiving, everybody. By the way, there's still Turkey Club masks available on Teesprings down below.
Drew winning actually saved tonight. 4/10, but Christ drew a fucking claymore? Guy thinks he's Haman? Lol, the Bray versus Miz match was funny as shit, especially Alexa jumping Morrison killed me. I thought the go home show was going to be worse for
You know, I did too. Soundwave 92, thank you for the donation, Soundwave. I would give tonight. Yeah, I'm not ready to give my number yet, Soundwave. I'm going to tell you in a little bit, but
yeah, this is one of those ones you're going to kind of talk about a bit because there was quite a bit that happened but didn't happen at the same time. So.
I know that it doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe, I mean, like whatever. I don't even care about that. What I think to look at it positive, right? Flip it on its back. You know, Vince obviously doesn't know what the hell he's doing, so they did this. But what it does do is it does say, and even if it doesn't say this, even if this isn't the intention, it does this without, no matter what, it does this. It reinvigorates Drew McIntyre as the champion. It reinvigorates it because he loses the title, but now he wins the belt on Raw in front of a larger crowd than saw him lose it. So in front of a bigger audience, probably about 300 to 400,000 more people saw this tonight than him lose it.
Yeah.
It shows Drew McIntyre can come back, he can bounce back, and then he can win again. Damn, he won it. He held it for all that time. He lost it. He wins it right back. They did this with Stone Cold Steve Austin several times, and other people like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
They gave him that iconic entrance too with the Scottish sword, and you know, it's supposed to have. Some people didn't care for that. I thought it was cool. I thought it was like cool. Mania entrance. I know most of the people I spoke with thought it was rather silly, but I liked it.
I liked it
honestly.
Too.
I liked the look of it, and you know, it obviously goes with his heritage, the sword and the stone, putting it down for the pyro. I liked the look of it. I thought it was a cool, like mini version of what a Mania entrance
very
is.
80s cartoon wrestling WWE like stuff.
It was a good callback and throwback, but it also made it feel important. It was like, oh wow, this is a title fight. They're letting them do a little something different.
And the first thing I thought was, oh my god, like something's gonna happen tonight because this is weird that they're giving these special things. But then I said, oh no, this is a swerve to make you think, wow, this is so special. But in the end, some dumb idiot's going to break it up and ruin the thing, and this is a waste of 30 minutes.
That's exactly what I thought. Originally I said, oh, Drew will win, but you know, it seemed like last Thursday when I said it out of nowhere, I was like, oh, he's got to win just because of the way they're pushing him. And it seems that then on Friday he was on SmackDown making his case against Roman, so it really seemed like they sealed the deal. But they laid it on so heavily with the Miz and the Fiend tonight and the distraction options. It just felt like, knowing WWE's history and all their times that they don't give you a clean finish, that's what I thought would have happened as well. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. The match was almost 25 minutes exactly. Really great back and forth. I wish there were a couple less commercials, as you said, but thankfully they gave it a full half an hour with entrances. I thought there was more than enough time. Drew looks great at the end there. Orton doesn't look terrible in defeat either because they're kind of able to one-up each other every now and again. I like the main event, and it's not often you see a clean title change, never mind just a title change, happen for the world title on free TV. So that was a big addition as well. That'll probably generate some buzz.
And that's the thing is, like, again, like, I think that this actually reinvigorates Drew McIntyre. So while I could easily build the narrative of my review tonight that Vince doesn't know what he's doing, and Drew McIntyre, this is ridiculous. Why did they take the belt off him anyway? We could draw that whole narrative and just roll that the whole show. But in the bottom line is by purpose or by accident or whatever, or both, maybe a combination of both, like whatever the reason is, this helps him. It would be like if the night after, I did think this back when Stone Cold Steve Austin lost the WWF title to Kane in the first blood match. And then, like, I think it was the next night on Raw, he won it back. And it was like, what the hell? Like, why did they do that? And part of it was ratings to get everybody to, like, oh, my God, I got to see Raw. And then the guy wins it on Raw. I think that's what they did. But it was just crazy, man. Alex, thank you for subbing, man. We'll even get an alert about it later. Also, Truman 2. Hey, Truman, too. Thanks for hitting the red sub button down below. If you guys watch me all the time and you don't sub, I don't know what you're doing. Hit the sub button so you get some alerts at least. Hit the bell, ring the bell, hit the sub button, beat your family pet. I don't know. What else? What were you going to say, Jake? I'm sorry.
No, it's just the fact that
a
lot of people are posing the same question we are. Why did you have Drew lose the title at all? But now, I'm thinking out loud. It just happened. That's one of the benefits and negatives to when we do these live reviews, because it just happened. So you're reacting. You don't always have time to process. So I'm thinking, and sitting back listening to what you're saying, it kind of made me consider maybe it wasn't the thing to have Drew, the worst thing to have Drew lose, because it made it look like, oh, wow, he can lose. He's not indestructible. He's not completely, just running roughshod through everybody. Yeah. He is beatable. So it kind of gave him that human side. And then he won the title back, and it was like, okay, so it was just because of the Hell in a Cell Orton beat you, because he knocked you off the side. But no one's going to take you down in a one-on-one match, So it kind of, as you said, to steal your line, it reinvigorated Orton. It gave us a way to believe in him.
He was getting stale. Drew was, he wasn't getting stale, but he was getting like a little stale.
He was fizzling out some, and a lot of that comes to who he had to face.
Remember, Kofi won. He won everything he did for 6 months, and people went, oh. And then
it got boring because he was facing the same people Drew was facing. Orton, Ziggler, it's like, they're just not great opponents. And that's the thing right now. Post Survivor Series, I saw Sandman say it in the chat before too. Who faces Drew now? If it's not going to be Orton again, they have no one ready-made in that position to go for the world title. Are they going to have Sheamus do it? Braun? There's I feel no great option at this point in time.
Right.
Because Bray is not going to go for the title, I don't think, yet. He's got stuff with The Miz, and which we've seen dozens of times anyways, I feel like. That's done and over with, but we'll get to that later on. But still, that's the thing that I like to criticize Vince for. He does have foresight for some things, but for the majority, we've always said it. He can only focus on a couple of people or things at one point in time, and every other story and idea falls to the wayside.
Yeah, exactly. Except for like that. I almost feel like that's why him and Russo did such good work when it was him, Russo, Cornette, and Ross, and a couple other guys, but mostly Vince McMahon, Vince Russo, and a couple other people. Because McMahon was so into Stone Cold and him and what they were doing, he could run that whole deal. And then he got his paws in on some of the other stuff. But then Vince Russo could really run wild with a lot of the mid-card and lower mid-card stuff. A lot of times where Russo fell off is when he was trying to book main event stuff by himself.
Because the pole matches and the crazy antics works for the mid card.
Exactly.
But when you start doing it with the serious guys on the top level, it falls apart.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right there. And we've said it before. Vince is responsible for missing a lot. Creative's awful. There's a lot of issues. There's some things he does right. I'm glad that he made Drew champion again. Yeah, it makes the Hell in a Cell look terrible, but when you compare it to last year's Hell in a Cell, this looks like a bag of gold.
Yeah, this was a safe at first instead of whatever the hell happened last year. Last year was a goddamn
Seth and the Fiend, had people chanting the rival company's name.
Chant AEW. Yeah, there wouldn't have been an AEW chant this year if there was a crowd. So that you already they did better because of that. Holy hell!
Shit!
Holy God! I don't even have a voice to get excited.
Let's get gay!
Let's get gay! Let's get gay! I want that gay in my face. I want that gay. Let's get gay! It's a party with the gays. I love gays. I love gays.
Oh my God!
I'm not straight. I want gay, 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 gay. I want that gay up in my face. Let's get so gay. Let's get so gay. And I love gays in my face.
I'm way ahead of you, Joe, and whenever there is a 69, he'll be there swinging past the knees.
Oh my God, the man. Thank you, sir. I can't even believe it. The $69 donation.
Black Lab, the blackest of the black, son.
Yo, Black Lab, thank you. Oh, my God, bro. We got Bolsey dropping a $100 super chat before the stream even started an hour ago. We got
Dwelsh chimes in with 50. We get Soundwave after that. Now Black Lab.
We're
having a party tonight.
Black Lab 69. Black Lab, thank you, Black Lab. You have warmed my privates.
You've tickled me everywhere. Again, I must say, again.
If you want to donate, the Streamlabs link is down below. All the donation amounts are listed down below.
Cocksucker, suck the cock. I'm allowed to talk forever. I got a fucking dick. I'm not allowed to talk as long as everybody else. Fuck you, fucking cocksucker. Suck your own dick tonight. Jesus.
Ballsy Welsh and chat blowing up big tonight.
Oh my god. Whoa.
Dwelsh.
Hot damn.
Oh, Jesus, it was so great I sneezed. Damn,
Bless
man.
you.
Now Dwelsh dropping oh, that's the 50 spot you were talking about. I was like, I don't remember.
I thought it already came through. Look at that. I'm an idiot.
Well, it did in the chat, I think.
I thought it played.
Dwelsh with the $50. Take
Welsh being a
those
badass.
sexy eyes and put them on my mama.
D. Welsh, thank you, bro. Holy crap. We got Black Lab, D. Welsh, Soundwave, Jacob, Vince McMahon's Nuts, and a big one from Jersey, and also a Hundy from Ballsy, man. It must be Thanksgiving tonight. It's going on. 69's in the chat already, too. We got more to play. We're going to play more donations in a couple minutes, but let me just go back to the news or get back to the review here for a few minutes, and we'll get back to the donos. If you guys want to ask questions, say a statement, say whatever. Also, real quick before we get back to the Raw review, you brought up that Nia stuff earlier, and I was like, yeah, I know, and I wasn't going to make a video, and then I decided to make a video because it started blowing up everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling it was going to get some attention, surely.
By the way, yeah, my wife, that was my wife. Yes, John, that's my wife. She's a savage potty mouth. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. She really is a potty mouth donation.
Doesn't necessarily surprise me from Nia, but I mean, there was a good amount of backlash to a certain extent, and I get, as you had laid out the argument pretty clearly. I understand, both sides of it, and wanting to just count on your immune system. You don't have to, but the way saying like God will protect you, I like some of the comments.
Yeah.
Did God fix your knees for surgery?
Well,
I
sort of said that too, but then when I reread it, I think, well, she said God's in control or something, but she said she trusts her immune system. So she did trust her immune system over, I guess. So she did say, like, it's not that, so she didn't say, like, I trust God over COVID. She did say she trusts her immune system over it. So I would agree with that most likely she's right, that her immune system's going to kick its ass. And so no problem there.
Yeah, my immune system wants me dead, so I'll take the vaccine.
And I also appreciate that the COVID, to have a shot already after the flu shot ain't even right, is kind of weird. But, I brought up that, but there's I don't know, hundreds of thousands. I don't even know how many, tons of strains of the flu. There's not as many of COVID. Then somebody said, well, COVID hasn't mutated yet. And I said, well, I thought COVID had mutated a couple times.
It had, but not to the extent the flu has, obviously.
Yeah, nowhere near.
The flu, they don't even know which strain they're going to fight every year.
Yeah.
That's why it's, efficacy and efficiency is so low, because they have to guess and predict, all right, which strain is it going to be? What is it going to be with? How strong? All these different variables, because they don't know until it happens. But the reason they can't wait to find out is then it would be too long to produce it, and they wouldn't be able to get everybody the shots.
Right.
So they have to be ahead. So how do you do it? You guess, and that's why it's guesswork.
There's
no perfect science to it, but
it's going to be hilarious in 15 years when we're dealing. The COVID thing is just going to be the new. Did you get your COVID shots? It's all over the place. It's going to never go away.
That's why, measles and things of that nature that we've vaccinated against.
Yeah,
smallpox. So on and so forth, because they're targeting that specifically.
That stuff
that's
so
why
much. That stuff is way more easier to fix. They've got that stuff nailed because it doesn't do this. It doesn't mutate like this. So it's we got measles, boom. We got this, boom. But the flu is it's always changing around. It's so weird.
Exactly.
Thank God the measles are one of those things doesn't mutate the rate the flu does. Imagine if the friggin' measles and the mumps or whatever the hell and all those other things they super mutated crazy all the time, and we really had to guess. Oh my God, dude, you'd be guessing every year with probably a lot of people going to die. Because you're just not going to guess right every time.
And there are multiple types of coronaviruses, but this is a specific strain. Again, that's why it's COVID-19. Yeah, Scam's right. That's why they're targeting that specific one.
Well, we can talk about the rest of it later. But the bottom line is, me and Jake did a 1-hour podcast today on Final Frontier News about the Great Reset. So if you guys want to see that, it's an initial podcast, and we'll have more coming out. It's there's free part on Final Frontier News, and there's a full 1-hour download available on Patreon right now. Go check it out. There's a bunch of other stuff on Patreon too. Anyway, back to Monday Night Raw. Where were we? I don't know.
Starting off, talking about the opening to Raw. So we're live in the Thunderdome, and Drew McIntyre makes his entrance. He goes ahead, and they kind of recap everything that's happened on Friday, with Drew showing up to SmackDown, and draft and brand loyalty be damned. There he is. Then we go ahead and we get a long promo from him saying that, you know, he's thankful for friends, family, so on and so forth. Real face promo, but sadly, it was okay, but it just was very bland. It was background noise. Drew's good, but this was not it for me.
Yeah,
and
didn't like the way it
then
started.
eventually Orton's interrupting him via the Titantron. He's on the screen, and Orton says he's thankful for being, you know, the 14-time champ, and he's thankful that WWE gave him, you know, a fine for putting his hands on Adam Pearce, and that doesn't faze me. I've been fined more than any other superstar. And eventually, you know, they go on, they kind of taunt and go against each other. That's when the Miz interrupts. He comes out, and him and John Morrison continue to run their mouth for what felt like an eternity. Miz says that I could cash in, and, you know, at any point in time, basically threatens him with the briefcase, the Money in the Bank briefcase. And basically that was the whole of the promo. It just, that was it. It was very long, drawn out, and didn't really do much to get me excited for the main event. I think the video package they had towards the end of the night before the main event was excellent. That was so fantastic. That was so well edited that it made it feel like it was something I hadn't seen before, even though this is all, you know, continued and carried over feud. Did a great job. Their editing team, you know, the people that put the video packages together, always top notch.
I just thought the first hour of Raw was horrible. Like it
was just slow and pointless. I mean, the women. Last week should have been the week where they had the women on the same team fighting each other. This week they should have done what the men's were doing and either had a couple of the members in matches against somebody else, or have them work together against a makeshift team for them to try and become unified. You know, a little bit of unity. They need to work together. This was ridiculous. You want these people to get along. Now you've injured, you know, other people as well. So that makes no sense. Why are you risking injury this close to Survivor Series when you're beating on each other? Like, so many things just takes you out of it. And then on top of it, it's a horrible match. This was just an piss poor, awful match. You knew Lana was just going to end up going through the table. Lana sat there and allowed them to come and get her. She loses the match. She taps out to the Oscar lock, and then she doesn't move. You see Nia Jax leave the ringside area, go ahead, you know, get off the actual like ring apron. She jumps down, she goes over to the table and starts clearing the table. You know what's going to happen. Get out of there. But instead, Lana just looks dumbfounded and confused and goes ahead and sits there, finally gets up, and Shayna drags her over, and boom, they start to compliment her to distract her, and they put her through the table. Again, 9th time, 10th time, whatever the hell it is.
Ugh.
It's ridiculous. I mean, the table spot is kind of, it's just like funny to see, but it's so senseless at the same time that you feel like you're losing brain cells.
If there was a crowd there, and I was in the crowd and I was drinking, and I get to see the Lana go through a table thing, I'd probably cheer it. Like, if I was like, I'd probably be like excited, because
that's
I'd
what I'm saying.
like,
it's funny to see it, but you know how pointless it is.
Yeah, and especially if you know, like, it's number 28 and you start screaming 28 at her. Like, I don't know. But it's stupid.
It could be fun with more people.
I mean, like I'm saying, if I was drunk and I was there, like, I would laugh at that. But otherwise, it's just stupid, repetitive crap. I can sum up everything I like tonight very easily, though. You know, it's really not. Dana Brooke,
there wasn't much to enjoy.
The attack on Dana Brooke in the back, I thought she did a really good job. The way she was acting was the real way that somebody would be concerned outside of a medical room or whatever.
Yeah, because she was worried about Mandy Rose, who's injured from this women's match. So now she's out of it.
I'm surprised.
Dana Brooke's out of the match, so now they're replaced with Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. So what was the point of qualifying in the first place?
Well, they're injured for real.
I know, but in the sense of like they were already trying to qualify, it just makes you feel like storyline wise, you get it, but
They like retconned it, but it didn't make sense how they did it.
They retconned just about everything they could so far. We'll see what they do.
Why
with
didn't they
SmackDown.
just say she was injured last week? She obviously has a muscle pull or some kind of pull. Something that's bothering her, and they were like, all right, listen.
Her shoulder's bad. Chelsea Green just broke her wrist. I mean,
yeah, why not just say, like, hey, these people got injured. We're going to have a qualifying match. I mean, but I guess, I don't know. I guess they wanted to help further that story, though, so why not use her? So, I mean, I might have done the same thing, too, so I get it. But, yeah, the idea of it didn't make sense. Because
not at all. Then we had all the guys backstage, and AJ gives them all Raw shirts, trying to motivate them to be together. And he's still arguing that I'm the captain. Everyone says, you're not my captain. Then eventually...
I'm Captain Dingleberry.
Not Matt Riddle. Goes ahead and comes back, and he's like, I got an idea for a nickname for your associate. And he went ahead and he's like, oh, yeah, what's the nickname? And then he cuts him off. I didn't catch if he said it or not. I tried to go back, but I didn't quite hear it. So if anybody knows if he said something there, let me know. But I didn't catch the nickname if he did spit it out. Pointless anyways. But still, I like this part because Styles looks at him. He's like, I just assumed you didn't speak. And he's like, of course I do. And that's when AJ looks at him. He's like, you never asked. And AJ's like, I've got so many questions. I hated that whole segment, but the ending with AJ. AJ's acting there, being like, I have so many questions. That made me laugh. I mean, what a terrible segment.
Oh my God, dude. I was, it was kind of funny because it was like that so bad it's funny thing. But it was, in the end, I was like, oh my God, that was really bad. Like, dude,
the whole thing was just embarrassing.
I didn't believe
for all the men involved, especially Sheamus, because there's times where he's acting like a face, and then Braun's a heel, but they're saying Braun's like everyone's all over the place with how they're acting here. So it's very confusing.
This is what happens when you have people writing stuff just to write it. Wouldn't it be funny if they were all everyone's out of character? Everyone's out of character.
Yeah,
AJ is acting like almost like Vince McMahon / like Seth Rollins, even goofier though when he was a heel. And then the big guy bodyguard comes out of his character of not talking in a comedy segment.
Yeah, to make a joke.
So all of the seriousness of, oh my God, this big guy might kill somebody. And then the fucking guy actually does talk to him and say something to him after they say don't talk to him and all these things. And then he doesn't do anything about it. And it was like, well,
nothing follows up from it.
Dude, fuck that segment in its asshole. That was the worst segment of the night. Fuck AJ Styles for going along with that segment. AJ Styles, you fucking
midget.
He's
got acting chops. He can make things entertaining and funny. You don't think AJ can act?
Not much. No, I never.
See, I think he can work in those comedy things when he's being super sarcastic. The beat up John Cena, and even when he was taunting the Undertaker on his own.
Yeah, that was all right, but
I'm not saying he's the best, but he's certainly better than anything.
The best AJ Styles, the best AJ Styles for me is a 7 out of 10. That's the best AJ.
That's exactly what I would have given him.
But
this wasn't even a 2.
Good Christ! Like tonight, listen, AJ, listen, Mr. Twitch Gamer. I'm done, man. I've tweeted him before. I've said things to him before, and you know what? And I've even said nice things to him before. I gave him good stuff back in Impact, and I think he blocked me because I said the match was like an 8 or something. Now I have a new Twitter account. Now I don't care. You know what, AJ? You fucking suck. You're collecting your money, and you're just taking it home to your fucking little Twitch family or whatever the fuck you do. You know what, AJ Styles? You fucking little bulldog troll piece of shit. Oh, Vince, take the belt back because I want to go home. I don't want to be the champion no more. I don't want to be the champion, Vince McMahon. I stuck up for AJ Styles against CM Punk. I didn't see AJ stick up for me when CM Punk attacked me. Huh, AJ? Where were you? You midget motherfucker, huh? Where were you, AJ Styles? You suck on the mic, bro. You suck on the mic. You're just about a half a step above Jeff Hardy. All right, maybe if you had drank a bunch and fucking crashed into a couple of poles, that you wouldn't be able to speak either. But the bottom line is, you're basically Jeff Hardy. All right. I don't know. When were you going to tell me you spoke? God damn it, man! Talk about cringe. What the fuck are you doing in this company? Oh, just give me the money. Give me the money, Vince. Thanks. Oh yeah, Vince sound good to me. I'll go out there. I'll say it. I'll say I'm the champ that runs the camp. I'll say the hampa damp amp. What? I mean, just Jesus Christ, bro. Go out there and wrestle, and that's about it.
And then after that, we got
sucks.
Dana
So
Brooke.
this segment
and
sucks.
Charlie.
Your segment sucks. Fuck you, Adam Pearce. Fuck Pat Buck. Fuck Adam Pearce. I hope they're watching this right now. Adam Pearce and Pat Buck, you watching this? Ha. Hey, Pat Buck, your days are numbered because Ryback said he's going to get you fired, Pat Buck. How about that, Pat Buck? Wait till you're gone, Pat Buck, because Ryback said he's going to get you fired. Yeah. Are you ready to be fired, Pat Buck? I can't wait till your little Raggedy Ann redhead is fired from WWE, and I hope it's Ryback's fault like he said he would get you fired. God damn it, Adam Pearce and Pat Buck probably in the back wrestling an old man for money like Ryback said. God damn it. I just can't stand it. He's just collecting a paycheck. Oh, man.
No,
hey, we're going live on
to
Twitch today. I'm just happy to be here. This is great. I'm live on Twitch right now. What is it, AJ? Phenomenal Twitch account. I'm playing a video game.
Not anymore. His Twitch is closed, so.
Oh, that's right. Maybe he'll actually start doing better. Well, he's doing worse.
Maybe he'll open an OnlyFans and get himself fired.
Oh, my God. That's the key. You're right.
That's all you
now they know how to get themselves fired. Just open up an OnlyFans. It's a great point.
We know it works. Tried and true.
This is a great point. I didn't think about this.
Anybody want to go to AEW, just show some skin.
Oh, my God.
Lewd, not nude.
AJ, tell everybody that you got dick pics coming to OnlyFans, dude, and then we can, wow, then you got it.
Super
oh, my God.
Party.
Can I join the call tonight? I'm feeling it.
Vince McMahon's nuts smell like money. Yeah, in a few minutes we can probably get you on. It's going to take a few, though. We'll get you on in a few. Vince McMahon's nuts smell like money. Hope you got the Discord link, though. Yo.
Yeah, I mean, you
God
figure
damn
even Bray, you know, he beats a heel in The Miz, so he's supposed to be the face, but then Alexa attacks Nikki Cross, so that's a heel thing. Like, everybody's just all over the place. I know they're continuing stories. That's fine. It's just the point that, again, just like AEW, we don't have defined roles when we need them for the most part. And besides your main one or two people, everybody else is so unclear. It's mind just boggling.
However, that tag team match was really good.
Yeah, that's coming up in a minute. So as you said, Dana Brooke was being interviewed by Charlie and talking about Mandy Rose, and that's when Mia Yim goes ahead and attacks her. And this was good. And at least Dana Brooke doesn't have, you know, a long wait for the medical team to treat her. So she's right there. She could be next. It's a good thing about getting attacked outside. But I like the way she sold it. As you said, it was well acted, well delivered. The beatdown looked good. I like what we got from, you know, Reckoning here. I hate calling Mia Yim that, but it worked.
Yeah, it makes me sad that her and Dijakovic are just these
still with the Retribution stuff.
Could have been anybody like doing those characters. They, you know, I mean, good for them being on the main roster, but it's like, oh man. But then again, I mean, we thought Keith Lee was great and he came up and now he's weird too, so whatever.
Yeah. Then we had the Firefly Funhouse, and I wasn't crazy about this one.
Really?
Usually I'm rather high up on them, but this one didn't resonate with me that much. I chuckled with the, you know, different, athletics, you know, spell jackass, spell Miz, things, you know, I want to spell. It was okay, but I feel like we've gotten many, many better versions of this before. So this one wasn't high up on my list.
Yeah, it was pretty standard. I've felt this way about all of them recently, though. I just kind of go, okay. I was paying more attention to it tonight, though, than the last couple. So I kind of liked it, but at the same time, again, like, I don't know, they're all just blending together at this point.
I think more of my problem, as I was discussing with Diva Bible, is the fact that you see a lot of it at this point. It's basically that they're turning Alexa just into a straight sidekick, and that's not what we as fans really got behind or enjoyed.
Why did you? What did you want her to be?
We wanted her to team with him, but they're turning her into just like a giggling nothing. I feel as far as the Funhouse goes. Like,
what do you mean? Wait a minute. What do you mean? What the hell? What do you mean you wanted her to team with him?
I wanted her to be with Bray.
I'm
happy that she's no. I'm saying I'm happy she's with Bray, but I don't want her to be just that silent giggling. Pretty much extra. You know, I want her to still be a good focal point. I'm hoping she just doesn't fall to the wayside and becomes just another one of the puppets in the Funhouse. That's my worry.
I guess I don't get what you mean, because she literally took out Morrison tonight.
No, later on she attacked him. I'm saying in the Funhouse stuff. That's still where I'm at on this.
What do you want her to be?
When she's acting, she's just I don't know. I'm worried that they're going to have her just become nothing.
I mean, she is a sidekick. She's basically his sidekick.
Bad choice of words. But what I'm saying is I don't want her to be replaceable. You know, they've worked hard at this angle. It's worked well with the fans. People enjoy it. And just to see her, stand next to him and giggle is not what we want from Alexa. So I'm hoping
I just
that's
don't,
not the case.
I get what you're saying, but I don't know why you're having these worries, because she's been doing everything but that. She's attacked Nikki Cross tonight.
I'm worried because they ruin everything constantly.
Well, I mean, I'm worried they'll ruin everything every second, because everything they do they ruin. But I don't understand the evidence of her being just a sidekick or whatever, because that's, I don't know, like I don't get that. I heard other people say that too, and I'm like, I don't get what you're saying, because she, like, her eyes are turning red, something like she's getting like featured basically. In fact, anything she's taken away from them, and she's attacking people constantly, and she's like, I think that they've worked perfectly in synergy. I don't think there's been any indication that she's just like
I just don't want them to get stale with the story and have it be just, okay, she's going to giggle and be weird, and that's all we like. There's just nothing to it.
Right. Okay.
I'm worried that they'll just go ahead and make her this, shell of her former self, like they do with everything.
Yeah. I don't even like them that much, so I guess it doesn't matter too much to me. But I will say that I know they love Alexa, so I would think that wouldn't happen, because they just love her. They love putting her on camera and doing all kinds of stuff with her. So
now, we'll see when she gets married.
We'll see what happens. Maybe she'll leave WWE. I mean, but then again, I think this whole gimmick is stale now anyway, so it doesn't matter. I already think it's been stale. So
see, I think it's starting to get stale, and that was my worry with it.
I thought the Fiend got stale.
I feel like it's fade.
Like last year. Like, I haven't really cared too much since last. Like
like when they had the whole swamp fight and all that, I couldn't give two craps about the Fiend. I still like Bray's acting and what he was delivering himself, but the story part of it, there was just nothing that interested me. So when they finally started adding Alexa into it, there was a bit of intrigue there. They got away from Braun. I was like, all right, this is better. Get away from Strowman. Get out of that nonsense. And when it was just more focusing on Alexa, her turning evil, it was like, oh, this is intriguing. This is something a bit different. And now it's just
I also
losing
think
people.
I also think this actually is going to open the door for her if she ever breaks away from Bray. She could actually break away from Bray, and she could be doing these like I'm crazy, and then I attack people, and like she does these crazy things, and she becomes her own like crazy thing.
That would be great too. But
that would be great for her, but terrible for Nikki Cross, who that was kind of her gimmick.
It was, but they haven't really used that since she came up to the main roster.
Yeah.
They didn't include her insanity at all. She acted a bit weird, but never to the extent that she was on NXT.
Man, Alexa is just so good, though, that it's like, Alexa's got that whole, what's the girl's name from House of 1,000 Corpses? The young chick who was hot, Rob Zombie's wife.
Yeah, Sherry Moon.
Yeah, that whole like crazy, like if she could do that a little bit and then be on her own too, if she like leaves Bray Wyatt, Devil's Rejects kind of thing. Like
I could see her pulling that off perfect. People make the comparison, the Firefly family, or as you're saying, or even Harley Quinn. That comparison, that's a bit tired, as everybody says that, but still, that crazy psycho. Yeah, that's what we wanted.
Oh, but Nate from VA, man. What up, Nate? I agree. That's when I stopped caring about him. Hell in a Cell versus Seth ruined him for me almost, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, and he had only had what? one match as the Fiend up until that point?
Yeah, it was like, here's
maybe
this guy's
two. I know
great.
He fought Balor, and I think that was it.
Here we go. And then like he had that. When that happened, it was like, oh. It was that. No, he had more than that, because
he fought at SummerSlam against Finn Balor.
Oh, I guess
that was his debut.
I think it was the loss to Seth with the belt. I think that was the one where I went, okay.
Yeah, that was Hell in a Cell.
So was it?
Yeah, his second match, I believe, was Hell in a Cell.
Oh.
Because the first Fiend match was against Finn Balor. Spaz was there. That was in Canada. And that was at SummerSlam. And then
Grim, do I have to come? Grim, are you really gonna send your minions into my chat right now? I hope everybody screen caps this and video caps this and sends it to Grim on Twitter. Grim, are you really going to send your little midget motherfuckers in here to talk shit to me? Grim, is this how it's gonna be? You jackass asshole idiot? Is this what we're gonna do tonight, Grim? because I will come to that smokestack state of piss, and I will eliminate you from another Royal Rumble or Battle Royal. Or another your dead grandparents' memorial piece of shit. All right, Grim? Don't make me do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Grim's Toy Store. I see all your people coming in here, Grim. I get it. But you know what, dude? Dude, Jake, this isn't even funny, Jake. I went to New Jersey, and Grim, I was overweight. And you're always overweight. Grim, you're always overweight. I was the fattest I had ever been, Grim. The fattest I had ever been. And I eliminated you from your own little, my grandfather's dead battle royal. Okay?
So you're saying now you're a lean, mean fighting machine ready to take everybody on.
I was 228 when I came down there, Grim. Now I'm 208. All right, that's 20 pounds lighter, and I'm still going to get another 20 pounds lighter, and then I'm going to start working out. And, dude, what's going to happen to you when you deal with muscle Joe Cronin and not overweight Joe? Look at your fat slobby ass. Look at how big you are. Look at how big you are, dude. You're huge. Look at your big ass. Watch this. Watch this. You're too stupid. Oh, right there in the balls. There you go. Oh, boom. A couple of shots to the side of the head. You're still worried about your nads. And while you're worried about your nads, now you're eliminated.
Up and over.
See you later, Grim.
Doesn't matter if you hold that rope. You're up and over.
See you later, Grim. Now, see, I win fair and square against you, Grim. Now, let's take a look at what Grim's Toy Show does. That's right. See, I win fair and square. You're eliminated, okay? And unlike your grandmother or grandfather or whoever it was, it must have been for you. I don't know which of your grandma. It must have been for your grandmother. Unlike her, you're not supposed to get second chances. All right, she didn't get a second chance, Grim. Your grandmother didn't get a second chance, Grim. But you did because you cheated.
Hey, Joe Cronin just chilling. Here, hold this. Who's the smartest one in New Jersey? Hey, fuck you, man.
See, that's cheating right there. You wish your grandmother could have cheated. She'd be alive now.
You owe him a receipt for that super kick.
Not a day goes by. There was only a few guys left in that thing. And, not only should I have won the money, I don't give a shit about the trophy. I would have pissed all over the trophy, Grim. In fact, Grim, I would have pissed all over the trophy, and I would have gone to Super Graham's grave, wherever that is. I would have found out where it is. And I would have dug a hole. I would have brought my trenching block with me, and I would have dug a hole down to her grave, through her casket, and I would have pissed in the hole. All right, that's what I would have done. I would have taken the $500, that New Jersey trash money, $500, okay, and I would have brought it home to my family, and we would have had a better Christmas. Then I would have pissed down that hole into the Super Graham's grave, okay, and that trophy I would have left it at her. I would have just stuffed it in the ground and left it at the site. All right, you son of a bitch, Grim. So the next time I'm in New Jersey, I'll pay you a little visit, Grim. I'll pay you a little visit if you have the balls this year at Grimomania. I don't know if it's going to be Grimomania, though. I might just show up to something else. I don't know when you don't know when I'm going to show up. That's the difference between me and you, too, is you plan all this stuff out. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Yeah. Joe doesn't do that. Joe does what he wants, and he does things that will throw you off. And by the way, Grim, dude, listen, I don't want to sound like a psychopath, okay? I don't want to sound like a psychopath, but I want to show you how real about this I am. I went on your stupid little website a couple of years ago, back when I was over there in New Jersey, and I looked up just about every single one of these little jabroni jobbers in the ring who thought it was funny to laugh at me when I was giving my speech and explaining why I was there. This black guy in the blueberry singlet, all right, this guy probably dead from COVID right now. I know his name. This guy over here, this guy's name's Alex. I know his name. I know all the other guys' names because you say their names in your videos, and they're listed on your website. I know where they live. I know their names. And the fact of the matter is, every single one of them here who thought it was funny to take a swing at me and try to attack me in this Rumble, and everybody was like, oh, we're going to make fun of him in this video, thinks it's funny. Yeah. I'm going to pay all of them back. And I know you might be saying, oh, you're fucking weird to know all their names and stuff like that. Yeah. Joe Cronin always gets payback. I always get payback. And some of these guys, a lot of these guys are on the unemployment line now. Let me tell you that. Look at this ring of misfits. Okay, a lot of cocaine, heroin, and deadbeat dad going on in this ring. Oh, Supergram. There it is. We'll go to her. We'll go to her gravestone. Super gravestone.
But for right now, we're gonna get this. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Wait a second. I demand to be in this battle royal right now.
You know, you thought you were going to just invite me there and then just have me watch? Like, I don't think so.
Who are you? I know who I am. I'm Joe Cronin. I've got 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I drove all the way from the greatest city of Boston, Massachusetts, this crap hole, New Jersey town. It smells like manure out here. Right now. So we have another YouTuber showing up here.
We'll see who sucks when about 3 of you are reported to ICE next week.
She's trying to get subscribers. 60,000 subscribers. Yes. That's cute. We got 160.
This is really going to be a problem for you, Grim. Anyway, just a public service announcement from Mr. New Jersey. A little public service announcement from Mr. New Jersey, Grim's Toy Show. Oh, yeah. By the way, Grim, my dead grandmother's better than your dead grandmother. Go ahead, Jake.
Am I still muted? There we go. Say die over here. Oh, where were we? Who knows? The Hurt Business. Yeah, they came out and talked for a bit. It was piss poor. New Day came out.
Yeah, Jesus.
And that was equally piss poor. And you know what? There was 2 people actually that brought it up to me tonight that said that it drives them nuts the way Kofi holds the mic.
Yeah.
And it was funny that I heard it once, but to hear it a second time, it's got to be pretty noticeable. But not Kofi, excuse me, Xavier, where he holds it sideways like this. For some reason,
really?
that's a pet peeve, but it makes me laugh. But the jerk business, all of their silly little, child rhetoric there, it was just ridiculous. The New Day sounds so kid-friendly. It's insulting. The Hurt Business can't be taken seriously like they should. It was a good match. No reason to really have this match. They just wanted the titles. I mean, at least we got a good match out of it. Solid 17 minutes. Cedric Alexander was the one to take the pin from Xavier Woods in the end after he hit his Daybreak finisher. So that was good. Nice little, New Day team up there. Really solid match, though. It was fun. I'd give that about a 7.
Yeah, the match started to win me over. The other thing about it is the match was good, but it was interesting that they seemingly were piping in noise and things like that. And I wonder if the match had been a stinker, if that would have been the same thing. So obviously they planned on we're going to have a match that really fucking kicks ass. This ain't going to be just a tag match that's good. We're going to make this match be special as hell. They must have said that because they piped in certain noise. The announcers even were more excited.
Yeah, they added chants to the match.
Yeah, and I also wondered, now did they plan that, or or are they in the back saying, if you feel like it is being that good, let's play that stuff and let's act like it. If the match stinks on just fucking blows, don't do that. We'll pipe in some noise and stuff, but we won't do that. But it's just weird that I was watching it and I started to believe that this really is a pretty good match. And then them putting the sound effects on top of it actually made it authentic, kind of, because it really felt like that was really happening. And the crowd really would have been pretty hyped for this, I feel like. Or did they convince me that that's what was going on with their trickery? I mean, I wonder. I don't know. But
they do advise you to amp up and cheer and whatnot on the Thunderdome, but they do take your microphone audio and add it in when you're cheering and stuff at times. So I know they've done it with clapping and people chanting, "This is awesome." So obviously they have recorded stuff that goes over it too, but they do get some form of your audio as well.
Yeah.
So I wonder what they use and what they pipe in that is natural versus pre-recorded.
Oh, here's what I wanted to ask you. Do you see the commercials when they go to commercial, or do you actually just still see the live look into the arena?
Oh, no, you get special commercials from WWE. So it's like they'll show you stuff on the network. They'll recap something. They'll show an old thing off a WWE network, things like that. You don't get TV commercials. Every now and again, though, you do get to see what's going on in the ring when it's picture in picture, So if you had picture in picture, we just stay with the actual match. And if it's sometimes if the match is still occurring, they'll just stay on the match. Not all the time, but they've done it a few times. But most times you do go to like a 3-minute break and then they let you know that they're coming back as well. So,
okay, so you're just staring at nothing.
Yeah, you're just watching highlights of the WWE network, and they'll advertise, Survivor Series and show commercials for that. Just stuff for their own WWE things.
I will say you're right. I'm glad Carlton Lineback in the chat said this because I missed it. The "This is awesome" chant, even that sounded authentic. It was weird. Like they actually played it at the time you would think that you would cheer that. So they did a really...
Well, I noticed some of the Thunderdome as well. You could see their mouths moving, and it looked like, some people say some are so pixelated it's hard to tell, but you do see some, like, if they see people chanting or going, they'll tell you, chant, this is awesome, but some people actually do it organically. And when that happens, they will try and, sync up. So I wonder if the fans just got that into it. Maybe they told people to chant, but they did play that audio recorded. So, but it was perfect synced up because it looked like the fans in the Thunderdome were actually chanting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like almost doubt they're doing any of that. But if they are, it's interesting. But all I can say is that what I heard sounded really good, authentic. Now, it was a little cringe though. Like when you hear piped in "This is awesome" chants, and then the announcer goes "This is awesome" as if the crowd is there. Like that was a little dumb. I could have done without Tom Phillips going "This is awesome" or whatever it was. So that was stupid. But anyway, the sound, the crowd, the piping, the tone. That match nailed it for a match where there was no people in the arena. To nail that,
it felt
like that,
very lively. It felt like it was a sold out crowd. Yeah,
I got to give it to them, man. That was not bad. Like that was pretty.
That's
good.
why I said I'd give that whole segment 7, even 7.5. It was.
I'd say that was the highlight of the night for sure. Like that was the best thing of the night to me, the most complete thing I saw. So. Yeah, we'll wrap. We'll keep going here, and then I'll give you all my. This was the best stuff of the night and the worst stuff of the night.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Hell yeah!
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh,
a
little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Oh no, it's Bullfrog.
Fuck Shell is a disgruntled employee who is mad because they shut down the local Krispy
God.
Kreme factory. Feed that water buffalo a Twinkie before she goes after Tommy's black ass. Also, fuck you, JB. You look like a 70s basketball player meets a closet queer.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Wow, if everybody is subscribed to my corrupted YouTube channel, my Corrupted Nation channel, you'd know what that's about. But, hey, you're the liar, Bullfrog. That's all I can say. And we proved it last night. Thank you. For showing us your true colors, you son of a bitch.
Super Chat Party.
Alexander Lewis coming in.
Who won between Orton and Drew?
Wow, he must know by now. Thanks for the donation, though. But yeah, your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion once again, Drew McIntyre, a guy. We've interviewed him on the show. Jake, we interviewed the WWE World Heavyweight Champion,
Drew Galloway,
and we interviewed the AEW TNT champion, Cody Rhodes. We've interviewed all the champions.
Yes, we have. Lots of great people have stopped by the show to chat. Thunder Rosa was here not long ago.
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa.
By the way, coming up this week on my show, comedian Derek Richards and the entire crew of Compound Media, including it's going to be a big
clip
show.
You put up with him was hilarious, so I can't wait to see that.
David Richards was great. We got Steven Crowder coming in next week, son.
Oh, I know a few people that are going to be super excited for that.
Oh, my God. It's going to be big. We got so many people coming in.
Drew and Randy tore the house down. Congrats, Drew.
They tore the freaking house down. Well, I don't know about that, but they did have a good match. Ab One Yule, thank you for the $1.99, man. We got so many people coming in over the next couple weeks. It's almost goddamn unbelievable. All right, it's going to be a fun time. Plus more, dude. We got so many. Like, there's so many lined up. Thank you to Producer Mike on top of everything. And thanks to a partnership with a former casting agent that I know and is a great person, thank you to Tiffany. Not that Tiffany. You're thinking of a different Tiffany from years ago. Shout out to Tiffany for making so many of these interviews happen on the new format that I'm releasing soon this week. It's going to be at least weekly where we have a guest on who's a big deal. And there's so many coming on.
Oh,
it's going to be amazing.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Diverse.
Bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh.
Yo.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
When Hardy grabbed Elias Beard, I thought you would be cracking up. Supposed to be serious but seemed a little goofy the way they interacted and facial expressions. BTW first time in while they have big feud with two legit stars, Drew/Roman. Sheamus roll with Drew.
Oh, yeah. Listen, Diverse, I got to be honest. I didn't see that. Did they really grab each other's beards? I missed that part. You know what he's talking about, Jake? I have no idea what he's saying.
With Hardy and Elias, yeah.
Yeah, I missed that. You serious?
I'm reading it now. Yes, you can see.
I didn't see this beard grabbing part.
Yeah, it was. We'll talk about it when we get to that point. But
okay,
it was quick.
I must have seen them and gone, you know what? I'm going to go piss my pants. I imagine shooting a load in one of those beards. They're a big beard. Anyway, yeah, go ahead. Continue on. I'm sorry.
So let's see. Oh, then we had, speaking of Drew, we had Sheamus backstage, and he finds a trunk. And this is going to set up what's going on later on. He said that, he thought this stuff was lost forever, and he gives it to McIntyre. And McIntyre is so excited, speaks about, family history, and his mom's telling him stories. And then Sheamus ends up giving him and presents him with the sword that he's going to have for his entrance. So that was pretty cool. It made an important aspect to what was going to be incorporated into his entrance later on for the main event. So he didn't just come out with a big ass stupid sword. It was important because it was passed down through generations, and this meant something as it had to do with his family. So
right.
Shows that lineage, how important it is to him. And it also has like that sword in the stone vibe. So the pyro goes off. I like the look of it. I like that they actually explained it. But it's weird what they're doing with Sheamus here, as I said earlier, because he's best friends with McIntyre, it seems, and he's helping him out. Whoever just donated, they said as well, are they going to roll together? Are they going to be a team? It's odd what they're doing. And then Sheamus is the villain on the Raw team. So what is it?
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's very confusing. Then we get Retribution backstage, and Mustafa Ali cuts another promo, kind of just the usual. Everybody underestimates them. They're always a step ahead, and everybody just has to stand back and watch Team Raw fall. So then we get Team Raw versus Retribution. Keith Lee, Braun, Riddle, and Sheamus.
Retribution stock at an all-time low.
Yeah, well, that's how you know Team Raw is doomed, when Retribution gets the win over them.
Well, here's why I don't 100% know. Now, Jake, I think you're right, because I think even WWE has to admit, you got to make Retribution credible, right? So how can you make them credible? I guess they can win a Survivor Series match, but at the same time, it could also be that they're trying to show you the turmoil that the Raw team is going through, and the Raw team is going to eventually end up winning despite all their dysfunction, and that is like... That's just sad. Like, either way.
Yeah.
By the way, I've lost my voice today. That's why anybody's like, why does he sound like this? Like he's trying to be the coolest guy ever.
It's not the 2 packs of cigarettes.
Like what did Cornette say? He's got a cool way of talking in the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Cornette, I do. Everybody tweet. Everybody tonight. Everybody who wants to get blocked. Everybody tonight. Tweet Jim Cornette tonight. Joe Cronin has a bigger dick than you. Like, everybody tweet that to Jim Cornette tonight and get blocked. And he'll probably talk about it on his podcast tomorrow. It'll be great.
I forgot to mention earlier, too, that I thought that the Hurt Business would have won the tag titles tonight, just because it was so random that they were just suddenly, okay, they're going to go for the tag titles this close before Survivor Series. It again felt like, all right, Vince isn't happy with the match with New Day versus the Street Profits, so he's going to change it up and have it be face and heel. Okay, so when they won, I was like, I am glad, though, the New Day retained, because I'm much happier with the New Day Street Profits match that they've been building for the past few weeks. It hasn't been the best build. I'm kind of tired of Big E just laughing while the Street Profits look confused on SmackDown, but at least there's a bit of story there. as compared to just throwing the Hurt Business in there for no reason at all.
Right. Yeah. No, it basically, I didn't give a shit about anything that happened until the match. I realized the match was good. And then I went, wow, okay, this was fun. Good match.
Yeah. As far as the Team Raw match, damn it, they did it again. Styles goes ahead and gets bumped into his bodyguard, when he intervened between Sheamus and Braun arguing. And then, of course, big bodyguard goes ahead and looks down and gets all intimidating, moves AJ out of the way, and commercial break. This is what, the third or fourth time they've done that with him now? They do this stuff all the time because they don't want you to tune away. Retribution's coming. The Fiend is coming. Oh, look, this fight's going to happen. And then you come back from commercial break, and it's over with. Nothing happens. It just continues where you left off before that, not with the issue. So it's extremely frustrating. I know they don't want people to tune away, but don't, promise us false things.
I'm for chaos to like make you go, oh my God, anything could happen. We don't know what's going to happen, but
stay right here. We don't know what's going to happen when we get back. All right, but don't have the guy walk up like he's going to hit somebody, and then for the third or fourth time in a row now, just disappear because it's a commercial break.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I at least give us a closure on. You just teased us with something and then came back and delivered no value.
Yeah, so they do it. They'll play somebody's music. You think they're coming out. You go to commercial break. You come back. They're not there.
It's like if I started my video with, "We're going to talk about the reason you clicked on this video in a minute, but first let me tell you about Jason's razors." Like, and then all of a sudden, I like talked about something else, and then at the end of the video went, "Oh yeah," and the title of the video says Roman Reigns is dumb. Yeah, I just think he's dumb because like he just seems like a stupid person to me. Anyway, but whatever. Anyway, like the video. See you guys later. Like you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, and the name of the video is the reason Roman's dumb. Like, and then like that's all it was. It's like that's what you did. People would be like, dude, I'm not subbing to this guy. It's like people that find Sean's view and like for a minute they're like interested, and then after a while they go, oh, this is just a big troll. Fuck this guy. It's like, dude, unless they're like 12 or 8, and then they're like, do you know the wrestlers? Like, I don't know, whatever they say in his chats. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like a big goofy thing, and that's what they did. They go like, look at this craziness that's going on. What's going to happen? You're like, oh my God, what's going on with this? And then they come back, and it's like, okay, the match is starting that was supposed to start. They cleared Retribution out of here, and you're just like, what the hell? But I don't know. It doesn't... Sometimes it doesn't bother me because it seems realistic, because it doesn't seem planned, because some stuff is so planned. It's like, oh, they happen to come back and now this is happening, so I like the idea that you wouldn't see what happened probably if they could, and you would cut away when that happens. Hey, we were supposed to have a match here, but all hell's breaking loose. I mean, we're going to go to commercial to try to sort this out. Then they come back and they're like, they removed the guys from the area. We're ready to go here. You could give or take with that. Because at least it's more realistic that, like, anything can happen, and it didn't necessarily have to be caught on camera. Because when things specifically happen, when they come back or when they go, it's just like, all right, well, this is a little kind of unbelievable. And maybe it's a little unbelievable that they would cut away from it because it's wrestling, it's WWE. You would think, oh my God, something crazy is happening. We got to get it. We got to watch it. We don't want to cut away from it. So I don't know. We could argue about that all day. And in the end, it really just comes down to it's wrestling and they plan things. I don't know. I'm not really sure with that. I'm probably running in circles with this whole opinion, but it's just
no. But I get what you're saying.
I see what you're saying too, but like it's like so. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, you're my man.
Oh my God! Not Bullfrog again, Jesus.
In my rectum, give me that Superman punch in my rectum. I don't care if your whole fist goes up my asshole. Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
Conversation between Bullfrog and Shell. Shell, I hate you, Bullfrog. And again, I don't know why, Shell. Fuck you in your faggy ass, Bullfrog. And again I said him sorry, Shell. Go die, bitch, Bullfrog. And again.
Wow. And again, Bullfrog. And again,
again.
Yeah, he was ridiculous yesterday. I'm not sick. I lost my voice yesterday. I don't know why. I think it's from doing the Alex Jones voice
for hours and
or
hours.
I'm sick. Maybe I am sick. Maybe I am sick.
Yelling a lot too.
We had lots of people over my house. My uncle came over. The heating guy
enraged you on Friday.
You're right. The wine. I flipped out on Jesse. Maybe I blew my vocal cords. Yelling at Jesse. By the way, if you guys want to hear me and Jesse and Drew talk about Monetize This, it's up on Patreon. We did it on Corrupted. And if you didn't hear Corrupted, it went up as a separate non-live podcast. So go listen to that.
It was so good to hear a recorded JB. I mean, JB did call in later on. But
that was funny, too.
You even played the messages out of order, and he still had no idea.
Yeah, he had no idea. Well,
you mixed up and played some of them twice or 3 times, and nothing. Didn't even pick up on it once.
That shit killed
dying.
Me. It was JB couldn't be here, so I was like, he was like, I'll record me and whatever. So I'm like, wow, that's a great, this will be great, and we did it, and then he actually, for some reason, JB actually showed up, even though he gave me a recording. He couldn't help it. He was like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, and it got even more explosive from there. And after Bullfrog didn't tuck his tail between his legs and run away. He stood there and took his licking. He got yelled at by a lot of people, and he apologized. Sincere or not, I'm just saying he still apologized.
Yeah.
Next morning, I'm like, I give you credit. You apologized. You stayed there. You say you want to be sincere.
Him and Shell really told him. They grilled the shit out of him on that show.
So he was like, "Yeah, I want to turn a new leaf and be a better person." I'm like, "That's good." I still don't trust you, but I'm glad you stayed there and did apologize to everybody. And then what? 4 hours later.
4 hours later was bashing everybody.
I was like, well, there goes.
4 hours later was bashing everybody. Yeah, I don't think it was that JB didn't want to show up. It was just that I don't think he knew. When I was going to be live, and he couldn't commit to being here. So he's like, all right, let's just do the soundboard thing. And that worked out great. And then he was able to call. So the whole thing was actually pretty goddamn funny.
It was really special.
And I liked it. That was funny shit.
I love that he had the foresight to be like, do you want anything to eat, Bullfrog? While he was earlier at Taco Bell.
Oh, my God. Somebody subbed to the channel, Jake. Come, Jake.
Alex A. Oh,
my God. Wow, that's all you got, huh? That's what you're going to do?
That's all that's left. My bowls are empty.
And I had to rush it down my throat.
Well, I mean, let's... Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh,
bubbly.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Where's my Dunkaccino?
I don't find paying homage to your cool to El Heritage cartoony at all. I think it's badass.
Yeah, that's why I like the cultural heritage. I think they're saying, Joe said it was kind of cartoony because it gave you that 80s feel, the characters that would come out with weapons and things of that nature.
Like
the Viking rather than Drew, but it worked.
It's the bombastic, cartoonistic way WWE would do it, but I like it. I liked it. I said I liked it.
Yeah, it was a great entrance.
It was just very remind me, it was the He-Man.
Soundwave between earlier.
I drink cran cause I'm the man. My enemies are the cran and ran.
Stir it up.
Cran man, come on make me believe it. Tasty, I'm so thirsty, would you answer me? Cran man, all my friends are fucking the man, cause all my friends are drinking cran. They're drinking cran, cause all my friends are drinking cran.
Drinking tea.
I got the fucking cran. We got
I don't even bother watching Raw anymore. I already know it's gonna suck and be shitted on by everyone, and poor Lana, she needs to just quit already. Gonna keep getting buried cause of Rusev, and good for Selena Vega for sticking up for herself.
Yeah, I mean, OnlyFans, baby.
Here we go, about to get it, man. Here we
Selena
go.
Vega.
Here we go. Oh,
Balls get the dick free.
oh no.
The reason why I haven't got the virus is I use a condom as a mask. Remember, supposedly condom is 99 protected from viruses.
Oh my God.
Well, at least your face won't get pregnant, Casey.
That's a really good idea. Everywhere you go, you just put a condom on your head. That's a fucking great idea. Wow.
Won't pass out anytime soon.
The real twist on that is that he wore a condom on his head anyway, like everywhere. So it didn't matter.
It was court ordered.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a great point, Casey. I'm gonna try that. I don't know. I'm gonna get one of those purple ones too, like not a clear one. Get like a colored condom.
You gotta get them ripped too, so it tickles your nose.
Oh my God, yeah.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete. I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest. I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Oh my God, there he is.
I knew Drew was going to win the title. It was set up for him and Roman at Survivor Series. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was like you wait. So you thought it was set up the whole time, huh? That's interesting. E-Murder, what up, E-Murder 99? I knew Drew was going to win the whole title. Was set
really
up.
Obvious going up until Raw that he'd win by the way they sold it on SmackDown. Not just adding the title match and all the news and rumors, but SmackDown really kind of cemented that, oh, he'll win. And then it wasn't until the end today that I doubted myself, just because the way they heavily showboated The Miz. But then The Miz got his ass kicked by Bray, so it seemed like that was no longer an issue. And then once they made the match no DQ and all right, no count out, then I was like, yeah, Drew's definitely got this. All excuses are out.
I'll be honest. I mean, I kind of thought that might happen, but I was really mostly just like, oh, this is gonna get like broken up by somebody, or
that's how I originally felt. Like there won't be a clean finish. There's no way there'll be DQ, or Bray, the Fiend, Miz, somebody will do something here, just by how they usually go with everything. But that wasn't the case. Thankfully, we got a really good main event that had a great finish. That Claymore was brutal. I loved it.
Right. Yeah.
Orton was bleeding a little bit from where he pinched his back in the wood from the table he went through. We will get to that. But next up, we had Elias and Jeff. So Jeff is walking around backstage, and he sees flyers.
I missed this whole thing, by the way, so this is all you. I didn't see it.
Yeah, Jeff's backstage, and Sarah Schreiber kind of bumps into him, and she sees that he's got a flyer, posted around. He's ripping him up and tearing him down. And Hardy says, I know it's Elias, because on the flyer it says 555 Amen, and it's call if you've seen. So basically he was taunting about the car accident and saying, if anybody has evidence or who did it, call me. So now Elias is playing, after the commercial break, his guitar in his locker room, and Hardy comes crashing in, starts accusing him and yelling at him about the flyers, and he's telling him very bold-faced, I didn't hit you with the car. And Elias is like, you're the only one that knows what happened, so you have to be the one that did it. And Hardy shoved Elias really hard against the wall. First grabs his throat, then he takes both his hands and grabs his beard by both hands like this, and he's holding his beard against him, pushing his head against the wall. And he's like, you don't know. If you continue, then if you continue to accuse me, then I'll be guilty of doing a lot worse. So it wasn't a bad sold promo, but I don't want to see any more from these two. I thought the guitar on the pole match was the end of this.
Yeah, I don't think they know what to do with either guy, so they're just keeping them together.
They don't have a clue. Just like Riddle, they don't know. Just like Keith Lee, they don't know. So.
Well, if they were smart, they would move Riddle. I'd put Riddle and Elias and Jeff Hardy in a triple threat ladder match or something. Wait,
yeah, I mean,
who has the belt?
We've gotten recently quite a few good ladder matches out of Jeff, and
where's the belt?
Him and Sheamus. So
where's the belt?
Which one?
Where's the
the U.S. title is on Bobby Lashley.
Oh my God, dude! I don't know where the belts are.
Well,
I'm not even kidding.
They did showcase it briefly in the Hurt Business for 2 seconds tonight to talk about how Lashley will beat Sami Zayn at Survivor Series.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, I forgot.
The IC champ, so.
All right. Well, where's the United? Well, okay. Where's the IC belt?
That's Sami Zayn.
Oh my God, dude! Is that on SmackDown?
Yeah.
I haven't been watching SmackDown. That's why.
Yeah, SmackDown's been really entertaining. It's not amazing by any means, but so much better than this show. I really liked what happened.
Yeah, SmackDown's been better. Yeah,
so.
It's funny because it's the one I don't watch and it's better. I should probably.
I miss us reviewing SmackDown.
Let's review it. Let's do it Friday. Let's do it. You want to do it Friday?
I'll go back.
Oh wait! This is not the week to start it. Never mind. The week after this week. Here's why. Number one, I have to decide if I want to cancel monetize this and go do call wrestling in New Jersey Friday. Or I may have to bail out of that and do monetize this. I think I have to bail out of that, to be honest, because if I don't do monetize this, I will lose out on money that could hurt me. Like really, it could really affect my life. I think I have to cancel my commentary position because I didn't realize it was on a Friday. So I will lose money by driving to New Jersey. Yeah, and monetize this brings in between 300 to thousands. So
yeah, and unfortunately, it's not like you're going to be compensated well for this. You're not doing it, and there's a chance of you to get great exposure. And
Yeah.
I mean, you have to look at it selfishly, but
I know I hate to do it. I was all in for them, but
your options. So what are you going to get from the other one? I know you love commentating. So
Yeah.
that's the thing. Mentally, you need to go and commentate.
my
'cause it
voice
just
might not
gives
be
you a
right.
break.
My voice might not be right, to be honest.
Might not be, but I mean, if you could monetize this one time to Saturday, wouldn't be the worst. But that's hard
Yeah.
too to get people to follow over.
Yeah, it's raw. I could move it to Saturday, but yeah,
It's even when you're live. So essentially, obviously, the way I'm saying this, there's different shows every night, but it's you live. So it's not like. But
Right.
just to get people to transfer to another night, it never seems to work right for that show.
Yeah, it work a little bit. But the other problem with it is Friday night. This is going to be super dorky, but Friday night is the beginning of the Diablo 3 season 22 starts at 9:00, I think, Friday night. So
That for a while.
yeah, I mean the guys from the show. I would love to be live on iPay-per-view with them on Friday night on Title Match Wrestling. By the way, you should watch it if you're into wrestling. It's going to be a big show. Teddy Goods, our buddy.
Great card, yeah.
So many people are going to be there.
When we talked about it a few weeks back, it looked like a really good show.
Yeah. I may still, I don't know, man. I'll think about it. I'm still thinking about it, but I got to hit them up and let them know one way or the other by now.
Yeah, if you do go to Jersey, just make sure you bitch slap Grim before you.
That's the thing is, I will find you, Grim. I will find you out in New Jersey, bro. I will find you. By the way, this is my whole crew. It's New England All-Star Wrestling, and they're going to New Jersey to shoot this. It's crazy. And Brian Pillman Jr. will be there. So there's going to be a lot of other guys too. So if you want to see it in I think obviously they're sold out because there'll be like 50 seats or something like that. But because they have to abide by wherever the COVID laws are. And COVID's like spiking like crazy right now.
Oh, it's really spiking. So it's dangerous for you to even travel and leave home. You have to weigh that option as well. Do you want to go around a bunch of people? You got to commentate with a mask. You got to. It's, that's a factor too nowadays.
Could get a hotel. Could do monetize this after the show. Could be ending the wrestling show. Could jump in the car. Do monetize this from a hotel if there is a hotel. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Sith Neegan says, what are we going to do? Speaking of monetize this, both Christmas and New Year's Day are on Friday this year. Well, Christmas is one thing, but New Year's Day, usually Christmas, by the time you get to Christmas night that late, people are looking for something to do and hang out. I don't think that's the worst thing. And New Year's Day is not really, if it was New Year's Eve, I'd say,
wow,
maybe a problem. But
I didn't think about that. That's going to be really weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been drinking warm tea. For everybody who's like, drink warm tea, I've been drinking lemon and tea for a while. Probably should get off the air as soon as possible because that will help me.
Just not talking.
Yeah,
we've had a few really fun holiday streams though. We've done Thanksgiving.
Good holiday streams.
Joe, your voice sounds extra hard today. Romantic face.
Oh, you know you want it, baby. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I will come over there and I will do something to you that you won't even believe. Let me tell you that. I think I might have blown my voice doing the Alex Jones voice last couple of days. So everybody, you're welcome to all the people I called their shows as Alex Jones. You got a special treat from Joe Cronin. Let me tell you that. All right? Let me just tell you that. Sorry.
Where did we leave off? Oh, we had Miz and Morrison that come to the ring. And they're
they came in the ring?
They did. All over each other first, then in the ring.
Oh.
It's pretty gross. Lots of stickiness. But they go on saying that they want to be friends with The Fiend, or at least Bray.
Wow.
And they should work together to take out Randy Orton. And then I fell asleep and woke back up.
That was really stupid.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Grim, your show is for faggots and retarded hillbilly sister kissers like Jeremiah Jizz Hands Goods and go fuck a goat, you ridiculous piece of shit.
Oh my God. Oh my God, AJ Adams, thank you.
AJ going nuclear there, damn.
Oh my God, speaking of thank you to Diva Bible for clipping when I mocked James Ellsworth earlier. because the guy who's pretending to be Grim in the chat said, that he wants me against James Ellsworth.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it. That's it.
Where can I get this GIF?
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Daddy didn't give affection. And the frog was something that mommy wouldn't wear. King Jeremiah the Wicked ruled his niece.
Oh my
Jeremiah
God.
spoke in class today. Jeremiah spoke in class today. Jeremiah spoke in class today.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Lion? Oh God.
Squirrel Clam. Thank you, Squirrel Clam. That is hilarious. But yeah, Diva Bible, can I actually download this GIF anywhere? Because I really would like to get it. Look at
Diva
this.
Bible's the master of gifts. I'm sure he'll get it to you.
Dude, his zoom-ins on my eyes and everything was...
He made all the banana gifts that you love.
Oh my God, did he do the one on you? Oh my God, dude, I love his gifts.
He's great.
Holy shit, bro. Yeah, he did the banana gift that you... Oh my God, dude.
Freaking hilarious.
We can't even show some of those.
I know.
Oh my God, dude.
So
when she's sucking that banana off and then you have it in your hand and you're like, what the fuck? And you throw it. Like,
Fresh
dude,
produce.
I fucking think Leah died one day. I showed that to her. She's like, what the fuck is that? Dude, what the fuck? Oh my God, please send those to me again, everybody. I love them. I always lose them and forget. And then I got to find them again. Holy fuck, are they funny?
So good. That's
Oh
a
my
great
God.
one, Ellsworth. I love that. I just retweeted it.
Oh my God, this is going. I love that he caught it. I did it like way in the background, I feel like, and I was like, nobody in the chat really said, Joe, Chinless Joe, or like mocking Ellsworth or Els Joe. I didn't see a lot of that. I was like, I guess nobody saw me do it. But Diva Bible got a gift. That's pretty fucking funny. That is fucking hilarious. I mean, between the fact that I can't grow facial hair and I'm tucking my chin in my face.
You gotta have the no chin.
And I'm dressed like it's 1996. I mean, that is really funny. Shout out to Stabbing Westward for their new CD, everybody. Go check it out. What else? Anything left?
We got so Ms. Morrison in the ring. Alexa comes out with her new theme music, which I like. So
didn't notice.
I like the little combination that they had of like the Fiend music with her original theme. That was cool. And she said that the Fiend said, or Bray said,
you know what?
no.
I thought it would have been better is if they'd licensed the B-52s. I think that would have been funnier.
Love Shack.
I don't know about Love Shack, but like maybe one
Rock
of the,
Lobster.
I don't know which one would have worked, but I don't know. Like it would have been like creepy that she was coming out to it. She kind of reminds me of the 80s a little bit, Lexa. So I think it would have been good.
Ever come out to Give Me Back My Man?
or like Ace of Base or something. I don't know. I think it was something about her.
I saw the sign. Yeah, even better. There we go.
Yeah, the sign would be. That's for some reason that's creepy. You know what I mean? Like that'd be creepy. I don't know why. But, man, I missed the 80s and the early 90s. I had a flashback last night to the 90s.
Did you?
Yeah.
I love those nostalgia moments.
I was with my cousins who were like, my cousins were 30. They were almost my uncles and aunts, even though they were my cousins. They were 30.
Yeah,
and
just them being older feels that way.
Yeah, but they were like younger, older. So like they were cool to hang out with. And we were all there was a beach. We're at a beach party thing, where they had all the games with tickets and stuff like that. And it was on the beach.
Yeah.
And it was like a two-decker outdoor. People were drinking and having fun. And I went there with my mom, but my mom kind of broke off and I got to go just hang out with my cousins. And I just I had a flashback that I was there. And I can remember one of the things about it was, and this is a true thing, was that Ace of Base, the sign, played 5 times that night because one of my cousins said, what did they just have 15 songs on rotation or something? And they didn't. It was a jukebox, so you could pay and play songs. But the jukebox only had about 45 songs on it, and just that song was super popular. So you really did keep hearing the same fucking songs all night.
Constantly.
Yeah, it was weird, and it was blaring throughout the whole place. The downstairs floor, the outside, the upstairs floor. The jukebox was playing throughout the whole place. So no matter where you went, you were gonna. And I never thought about that then, but now that I'm older, I understand. And I'm like, oh yeah, what were they doing with just 40 songs and blaring this shit over everything? Why didn't they have a live DJ or something? But
anything would have been better. Yeah, I was telling Danny when we watched Titanic not long ago how Celine Dion, that song, the theme of it. Do you remember how I just
everywhere
there
was
a praise across the nation for that, and on the radio it would be every 15 minutes on one channel, and then as soon as it ended, it would start on the other pop channel. It was on rock stations, country stations. It was requested. It was insane.
Like they played that. I don't know about rock stations, but I definitely.
Here we even had it.
But you're right. It was like it's like how Eminem would be on WBCN in Boston, which was an alternative rock station. They played Eminem. Yeah. And then, but Celine Dion, they would play that song on Jammin' 94.5, which was a rap station. So it was like that's when like stations are sad. Like they're like, let's that's so hot, we're playing that, even though that's not our format. And then it's all over MTV and VH1. Do you remember if you could ever you turn on MTV and you're like, My Heart Will Go On, it's on again. You're like, oh God, you're like, here it is again. And you're like, yeah, it's a good song, but I'm gonna switch. What's on VH1? You flip over to VH1, and it's in the middle of that same song, and you go, "What the fuck is going on?" You couldn't
get away from it anywhere.
And that was it. There was no YouTube, so it wasn't like you're like, I'm gonna go on YouTube or something, or go on the internet and look for something. You're like, no, that's it. Here's your two channels.
And then just when it started to die down, they released like a remix techno version.
Dude, that's the first thing I thought about a minute ago when you said it was everywhere. I thought of like how sad it got like 6 months later when it was like, and that was like just, oh my God, just play the real song.
Yeah,
play the fucking real song.
I'd rather shake my ass to that than your techno ripoff.
Right.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, like you said, no YouTube, no, unless you own the CD, that was it. So, or you taped it off the radio.
I went and saw Titanic. I don't know. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude. Diva Bible is editing my GIF already, bro. I'm gonna fucking die, dude. I'm gonna fucking die, dude. Oh my God, dude.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's great.
I can't save that GIF though. Like Twitter doesn't let you save GIFs. So it's like I need to know where Diva Bible uploads his GIFs. Like if you could tell me your address for where you upload them, I'll go download all of them. Like they're too good, bro. Anything else to wrap up here on the Raw review?
We talked about briefly Bray and The Miz. The best part of that was Alexa's involvement because we already got this, on a pay-per-view. We saw Firefly Funhouse Bray take on The Miz, and he beat him fairly easily, single-handedly. So with this, at least they added something a bit different to it, so it wasn't just entirely the same matchup. The Miz looked like a disaster anyways, got his ass beat, and got destroyed in the end with his sister Abigail, and John Morrison got taken out by Alexa Bliss, who ran and did a diving, I don't even know what, cross body of some sorts over the barricade. She belayed herself and barreled into him so that they crashed over the barricade, ass over foot. It was fantastic. You have to see.
She did the Dirty Dancing gone wrong move. It was like right out of Dirty Dancing, bro. Like, oh my God, where's the edit on that? I mean, in fact, you know what? I'm going to edit it. Wait till you guys see how I edit that. I'm going to edit it so it looks like fucking, so like and I had the time of my life. And then right as that part kicks in, just fucking like all the noises and the falling noises and the oh my God screams or something. I don't know. Something like that. Like a record skipping. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be funny. It didn't work out. Didn't work out for Patrick Swayze either with pancreatic cancer.
No, it didn't.
That was awful. I hope I don't have something. I mean, God, what's wrong with my throat? Man, I got throat cancer.
Don't even say that.
You know what was weird is my throat was bothering me all week, like around here. It was kind of like hurting, and now I can't. I think it's from doing the Alex Jones voice, because when I do that, I put stress on my right here, and I go, let me tell you.
Yeah, you strain your throat.
I think I strained my throat. That's exactly what I did, bro. Anyway, what else? I'm sorry.
I forgot to mention, we did see Pat Buck.
Redhead.
We had a Pat Buck sighting. He came out and broke up the fight between Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross with Adam Pearce and a few referees. So got to mention that. We saw Pat Buck. Got a sighting. Then we had what else was it? Adam Pearce mentioned at Survivor Series that neither Rose nor Dana Brooke would be able to compete since they're injured, so they got replaced by Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce. We pretty much covered that. Still ridiculous. Angel Garza cut another weird promo. I mean, I understand what he's doing. He's got a crush on somebody. He's offering a rose, but it's tiresome. It's the same thing over and over. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler meet their new partners backstage, and when they offer to strategize, they both, the tag champs, go ahead and brush them off and said that, we're the team, we don't need you, and made some stupid Quibi joke that was really embarrassing.
Oh my God, that nobody even knows what Quibi is.
Exactly. I mean, people aren't even going to be aware of the joke because that's how poorly known Quibi is.
That's how bad it is.
Made his awesome entrance. They had that package, that played before the match that I loved. I love Drew's package. I'm going to say that again.
Whoa.
And we had Randy Orton, Drew, and Drew McIntyre is the new WWE champion, so really good title match, a lot of back and forth action. And as I said before, it was a nice, surprise to see not only a clean finish, but a title change on free TV. So good on WWE for giving us the better match at Survivor Series. I'm more interested in Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre than I was Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. For me, that's I have much more interest in Drew and Roman, and now it's face versus heel. I could see Roman winning. I could see Drew winning. So at least now I always thought that Orton would lose over Roman. By the way, they're booking Roman so strong, but they care about Drew seemingly, and I know they care about Roman. So now I'm intrigued to see who's going to walk away victorious. So at least Survivor Series has a little bit of interest there now.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting because before you would have thought, well, before we were saying like, well, why are they going to have heel versus heel, and probably Orton's going to lose. Now it's like, I don't know. Maybe one of the Usos will screw up and Roman will have to take it out on them.
That's a possibility. Or the Usos could cost Drew the match.
Yeah, just attack him. Maybe Randy will show up and cost him the match.
Here's one of the things I haven't seen anybody discuss, but Rikishi's supposed to be there, I thought, on Sunday at Survivor Series.
Rikishi.
He did it for The Rock. He's supposed to be there as part of the celebration for The Undertaker with Savio Vega and The Godfather and, everybody else from the BSK crew there. So Rikishi is supposed to, I heard, originally be in attendance. That's a perfect time for them to do something with the Samoan, bloodline family drama that they have going on there. That would be a great way to set up something, further for the story with Roman. I think so. We might see something come out of that as well.
Right. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
It kind of seemed like, all right, they've mentioned Rikishi a bunch with him being the father to the Usos. And now with, everything that's happened with Roman and making everybody fall in line, it's interesting to see, Jay be so submissive and subservient after losing to Roman in the I Quit match. So does Rikishi care? Does he approve of this? There's a lot of ways and elements they can add to this story. I think that would be interesting.
The other thing about it is it feels like Survivor Series is going to be maybe used as a little bit of a launching pad into the Monday and Friday shows. Like, let's try to tell some stories on this pay-per-view that will make people want to watch more on Friday and Monday. So the pay-per-view is being used a little bit more. Maybe as a like let's do stuff here so we can get eyes on those shows, because otherwise you're really just left with a bunch of matches that almost don't matter. So
pretty much. It was Savio Vega that revealed that too. He said that the Godfather, both Godwins, excuse me, I always mess their name up. Rikishi.
The Godwins are going to be there. So the Godwins are going to be there.
Yeah, the Godwins will be there.
Like Midian.
It just says the Godwins, so I'm assuming.
Where's Midian been, or whatever his name was then? Henry and whatever?
I do not know.
You don't see a lot of stuff with him. He doesn't go around and do the circuits or anything. I just thought of that.
You really don't for either one of them.
I should look him up. Wow, that's true. I should look him up. Because, yeah, you never hear about him at all. Like, you really don't.
Yeah, neither of them really, yeah.
That's really interesting. I guess I never... I mean, you're right. Yeah, I never hear about them at all.
2006, they were in Deep South Wrestling.
Really?
So, Yeah, they wrestled several tryout matches and
Deep Suck Wrestling. Tryout matches with who?
I guess Canterbury, it says, with Deep South, but that was the last time.
Why did they have to try out? Don't they? When they do, hey,
that's what it says here on Wikipedia, but
we were in WWE for like fucking 10 years. We got to try out now somewhere.
But no, I haven't heard of anything in ages. So
wow, that's really wow. What I'm very curious as to what happened to him. We need the where are they now on that guy. I mean, like that's like they were around right before the Smoking Guns. So it's like, we don't really know what.
It debuted in 1991 and disbanded in 98.
I guess only Billy Gunn made it out of that time and era. Bart Gunn went to hell.
They had a reunion in 2011 for Great Lakes Championship Wrestling in Wisconsin.
Well, I'll check that out.
They were gimmicked as the Texas Hangmen, and they lost to Demolition on a December 3rd show.
Jesus, man, I saw Demolition. I called a Demolition match 3 years ago now, and I was like, I can't believe I'm calling Demolition. It's crazy, and Animal was there too, and I was like, man, this is a fucking like, what's going on? What a great day that was.
Yeah, I bet. Sith Neegan said, if you guys are betting men, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt or Karrion Kross attacking The Undertaker at Survivor Series, setting up a match at WrestleMania 37.
Right. If it's not Sting,
Matt said this. A lot of people had brought this up. Do we see, because Undertaker brought it up saying that he'd like to have a match against The Fiend. But he's not for a cinematic match. And I think really that's the best we can get for him is something cinematic.
Yeah, because the chemistry of how slow the match will be if it's I would say, I mean, obviously you can do a casket match and that's pretty good, but to be honest, The Fiend and Undertaker in a match together, it's going to be a very slow match. Undertaker and AJ would be better. But
it's also been teased today several times, like that WrestleVotes account said, sources states that while Edge versus Randy Orton have been the long-standing plan, the idea of Edge versus The Fiend has been discussed a great deal for WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I just don't know. Like,
I don't see The Undertaker having a match at Mania.
Undertaker
I think he's done after this much.
Right, I don't either, but that's everybody really thinks he is having one, so... Now, if he retires at Survivor Series for real, like people are going to be like, what? Because everyone's now got their hopes up that this is some kind of joke, like that's not true.
I know everybody kept saying never say never, but he wanted to be done. He had announced his retirement in the documentary, and then Vince made it, he made alterations. So it's left, up in the air. It's not as straightforward.
What about an Inferno match? You surround the ring with fire. Every time someone slammed, the pyro's crazy looking.
They raise it up. I love Inferno matches.
Don't you think that would look good, though? Undertaker and Bray in an Inferno match. Like, the Inferno part would kind of take away from how slow and whatever the match is going to be.
Yeah, because Bray and I think it was Kane, they had a pretty good, it was at SummerSlam, I want to say. That was one of Bray's first matches, first feud.
Yeah.
I think that was his first feud, but yeah, when they had the Inferno match there, and I didn't like the way they ended it by having them go ahead and put out the fire on one side and everybody go ahead and get into the match. But I do like Inferno matches. That could be something really fun, but I would prefer not to see him do anything at this point. I think he just can't perform like he used to, and every time he goes out there, he has to prepare for months on end to get his body back in ring ready shape. So how much is that putting a toll on him every time and taking away years off his future? And how much, damage is it adding to his everyday pain? And on top of it, I don't think he can compete at the level even where he thinks he wants to be at. Never mind what he could do years ago. So likely what we get is going to be another disappointment, just like it was at past WrestleManias.
I think
we haven't had a great Undertaker match in a long time. I mean, obviously I love the Boneyard match, but that wasn't a match.
I think that. What about AJ and Undertaker in a casket match, and like it's kind of a squash? Undertaker wins, like, Undertaker won it in like 8 minutes. He like tombstones AJ in the fucking goddamn thing or whatever. Like, I mean, I think that could work out, but
See, I still wouldn't be for that. To me, if Taker was going to come back, I'd want it to be for something exceptionally meaningful. He's going to put someone over that is
what if he
the next?
No, I agree. You're right. He should put someone over. But what if imagine if he tombstoned him, won the match, then pulled AJ out of the casket and threw him on the ground, then got in the casket, and they were like, "The Undertaker, what the hell's the Undertaker doing? He won the match. Why would he? Well, never mind that. Why would you get in the casket?" And then the Druids came out and carried the casket away with the Undertaker in it, and that was the last time you saw him.
It's a cool idea, but I think that would be so.
Unsatisfying overall. And the Undertaker wants to put someone over. He's a classic guy. He doesn't want to win his last match.
Yeah, he wanted to go. He planned on retiring at the WrestleMania with Roman. It just the match sucked.
Oh my God, the Roman match should have been it, man. But they should have fucking damn it. Like, it's too bad because that was perfect.
If he could wrestle better, it would have been. If he was in the shape he was the year after for the Cena match, it would have been a much better match. But he was just hurting and it didn't go.
Well, and the guy's in bad shape and he wrestles 28 minutes. Then the year after, the guy's in awesome shape and he wrestles 5. It was like, what the fuck? Are you
3?
What kind of backwards shit is this?
And he was ready to go for 40 minutes the next year. The year before,
I don't think he was though. He says that, and he was in good shape.
But
I still don't think he was in that good a shape.
I'm just saying mentally. I don't know. He looked in that documentary. The way he'd been training and the way he was in the ring with Cena, he looked so much more spry. And plus, after that surgery, he was feeling much better. So. He needed that surgery desperately.
If I was anybody, I would say, listen, Undertaker's he can't go, it can't be under 5 minutes. That's crazy. And it can't be more than 15 minutes. It's got to be under 15 minutes. If it's under 15 minutes, we're going to have a solid thing. And that's all you need to do. That's what I think. But, I can't believe they thought they could do that Roman. Even that year, it was like, this match is really going to be this long. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
send-off was great after the match. The way they did it with him leaving everything there, kissing his wife, descending into the stage.
Dude, I fucking cried. We have photos. Yeah, I cried. I was watching it live. I was live.
Yeah, I was live with you. You and I went right into the review just silent because we were so upset.
You made Joe
shocking.
Cronin cry. That's crazy. Like, I mean, think about that. That's crazy. Like, I was fucking crying.
Yeah, grown men besides ourselves, and a lot of people were emotional. Super emotional. But the match was just so disappointing that, I mean, him retiring overtook the bad match at that point. Your emotions were more, obviously busy with that, but. Still, had it been a really good match, he would have been able to retire peacefully, and we wouldn't have gotten the disaster we had with DX and Shawn coming back for that terrible match. As much as it was fun to see Shawn back, that was such a bad match. That's terrible to think. Oh, Shawn Michaels' last match that he had.
Yeah, but he was great in it.
Coming back,
but he was great in it, so it was okay. Like, he was. I mean,
Shawn
was
didn't look bad, but just the fact that it was such a shit show. Still,
it was a shit show, but. I mean, at least I think at least he looked good. He said he wasn't good, but I thought he was fine.
He's always hard on himself. Yeah, he had the good moonsault off the turnbuckle.
Yeah, that guy has zero confidence anymore. He's always like, "Oh, I'm goofy and old," and it's like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" Back in the day, he was like, "I'm the shit, fuck everybody," and now he's like, "I'm goofy and old."
Honestly, I would have never had them end the streak the way they did. I would have had retire with the streak intact, but.
I mean, it was so tempting because it's such a shocking thing that it was so fucking crazy that it was hilarious. And God, if they never did that, my channel never would have blown up to what it was, I don't think, because Undertaker just wins. I think a lot of the buzz of people, doing all that stuff was the fact that, that was shocking moment. Everybody was going online. Ryback, get out of the chat, Ryback, you son of a bitch. Feed me more, Joe. I still hate you.
What's up, Ryback? How you doing, man? What's going on? Listen, feedmemore.com.
If we ever get Ryback on the show, or if I ever go on his, or whatever happens, I will test out all of your products, Ryback.
Joe, you're a fucking trash.
That was not a joke in 2017. Okay. Love you, Ryback.
So all in all, I'd probably give this Raw 5. I think that's a good score for me to settle at, because I really did like the tag match, and the main event was really good, and I laughed at the Bray match with Alexa getting involved. So
what is this? Oh my God! What the fuck? That's not the file I wanted. I was looking for me crying. I was actually trying to entertain people, but
I didn't mind the intensity of the Hardy promo. So
well, I thought it was on here. Kind of bummed out.
Yeah, with all the files you lost, God knows.
Yeah, well, it's not there. I'm sorry. I tried to make people laugh. It's not going to work. It's not there. I'm embarrassed, Jake. I'm embarrassed now. It was. I thought it was called It's Still Real to Joe. I thought that's what the name of it was. So I typed in real and searched my hard drive that has 5 terabytes worth of stuff on it, and didn't come up.
And on a side note, I had said this before. I didn't see anybody mention it in the chat, but Matt Riddle, or I should just say Riddle, formerly known as Matt, when he showed up and had the nickname for the bodyguard, AJ Styles' big associate, he called him Almost. O-L-M-O-S. Almost. Like I said, I didn't hear what he said then, but so apparently that's going to be his name now. Almost. Not Jordan. It's going to be Almost.
Almost.
Yeah. O-L-M-O-S. Almost.
Almost. Oh,
Almost
God.
good.
That's not a good name. Like
No.
Victor.
Just keep him as Jordan, blah, 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 whatever it is.
Make his name Vincent or Victor or like, my name is Jamal. It's what? Jamal.
Yeah,
all right,
some
man.
people
Listen.
thought it was Almus or Amos.
My name is.
But they wrote Almus.
My name is Anus. You got a problem? Do you got a problem with anus? My name is Anus.
You got a problem with the big man from Nigeria.
I'm reviewing McDonald's tomorrow, Joe. It will get more views than you. I hope you die while fucking eating the sandwich. I hope you choke on the fucking McGriddle, you cocksucking fucking steroid freak. All right? How about that? Good God. Yeah, man, that's about all I got tonight.
That's it for Raw in a nutshell. What's your score?
I don't know, fucking 4.5 out of 10. I'll be slightly more negative than you.
There you go. Seems like you enjoyed it a little less.
I like the tag team, like the tag match. I like the championship match, half of it. And I liked the Alexa Bliss diving on Morrison. That was funny. Dana Brooke's acting was actually really good. And I think that's it. And I think everything else was really repetitive cringe. So that's about it. I was entertained for about, I would say, I might have been, I was like marginally.
Everybody get down. You're getting broken into.
Oh, my God. That's my alarm to wake me up before Corrupted, and I set it for every day of the whole entire week by accident.
Whoops.
Jesus Christ, that scared me. It's wicked loud because, like, I don't wake up to shit. Ryback, you want to fuck around, dude? Listen, we're out of here. Thanks for being here.
Last thing really quick. Somebody asked in the chat before. I apologize.
Damn right you do.
Chelsea Green was supposed to go ahead and win on Friday Night SmackDown.
Whoa.
But she got bumped off the apron by Liv Morgan, and she legitimately hurt her wrist and broke her wrist.
Yep.
She was forced to lay outside the ring until the finish of the match. And now Liv Morgan won. Liv Morgan was originally the initial choice to win until allegedly, Vince tore up the script on Thursday night. In the original script, it was just a 3-way match. Chelsea Green was not scheduled. However, someone suggested to Vince that Green was ready for her debut, which led to the match being made a fatal 4-way. This is coming from Dave Meltzer. The Observer also said that Green was supposed to debut on Raw earlier in the year when Heyman was still there. Plans were dropped in June when he was let go of his duties on Raw. And then Green tested positive for COVID-19 after that, so she was delayed.
Jesus Christ, bro.
But she was supposed to go on and have quite a bit of a push, allegedly, and be pretty successful on the SmackDown side of things. So it really sucks that she's injured now.
Yeah, that really
She just
does.
has such a bad history with injuries.
You were like, wow, I wonder what she's going to do on the main... And then, dead.
She said, just like the rest of my career, I couldn't have an easy debut. LOL, that just wouldn't be fit for my wild journey. I'm headed into surgery now. I'm beyond devastated, but so excited to be part of SmackDown when I get back.
How long is she going to be out for? Like 6 months?
I don't know. Broken wrist, I heard 3 months.
3 to 4 months, probably. If not.
So,
ladies and gentlemen, Luis Antonio Alejandro. What's up? Luis, what's up? AJ Adams, what's up, brother? You got a big one, bro? Okay, they're just sitting there. They're not really there. Jake, good night, brother.
Thank you so much as always. Have a great night. Everybody stay sexy.
Countdown ended on Twitter. Hit him up. I'm at JCS Commentary. You guys, check out my Patreon. There's so much shit on my Patreon right now. It's unfucking believable. We love the fuck out of you. Kisses. And we'll see you later, man. Listen, there's so much shit on Patreon, man. Go check it out, okay? Get the big one. Big ones. Luis Antonio Alejandro. He wasn't there. I don't know why. I put him on. Shout out to It's Ballsy for the $100 bomb before this show even started tonight. And everything else. Keep it hard. If you're new, I hope you hit the sub button. Thanks to Dwelsh for dropping a $50 bomb, and Black Lab for dropping a $69 queefy one. That was hot. Thank you, guys. And don't forget, this Friday night, monetize this and the start of Diablo Season 22. I'm going to be live on my gaming streams playing as much as I can. I always got to play as much as I can, and then I got to do monetize this for 6 hours, so I lose all my... Everybody takes a big lead on me in Diablo. It sucks. It sucks that they release Diablo new season every fucking Friday. It's like I'm behind every time. Acer, thanks for the retweets as always. Acer 5000. Everybody else, Steve Callan. Sapphire, Carlton, Fallen God, keep it wet. Shout out to all you motherfuckers. And Solomon Wand. Thanks for subbing. What's going on? Thanks to Travis Barry for becoming a patron of $1 on Patreon, and for becoming, and just for subbing to the channel too, man. Shout out to that for that sub. I'm a little bit tired, as you can tell. I've been up it's been a long day, man. No gaming tonight, unfortunately. No gaming stream tonight, but maybe throughout the week I'll be gaming after the shows again. Just not tonight, because I'm a dead dad right now. I'm a dead dad right now. Keep it hard, everybody. Keep it wet, keep it hard, bro. It's a fake Ryback, I assume, I think. If not, what are you doing, Ryback? Let's do this, man. What are you doing?
Everybody just kept pounding it in there.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Raw, SmackDown, WWE, or AEWN. Tune in to the Joe Cronin Show. Live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action. All of it. The Joe Cronin Show. Your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity. A wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube to The Joe Cronin Show.
Hey, everybody, look who's living rent-free in JD's head. Look who's living rent-free in JD's head. I wonder why JD decided to use a thumbnail of him holding a cup of coffee in his Q&A stream, huh? Wonder where he got that idea. Clearly a shot at Cronin, you midget motherfucker. I see you. I see what you did. I know you're talking about me, bro. I know you're talking about me. Don't miss all the shows, guys, on Patreon. Talk Spooky to Me with Leah and Monica. Till Death Do Us podcast with me and my wife. Final Frontier News. Me and Jake DeMarco did that one. Plus the Jake and Joe podcast. Corrupted podcast every Saturday night. After Dark with Jesse. Note to self from my phone. Morning Madness, Jesse and Drew's show, Off the Rails, and so much more. We're talking about 30 hours of bonus content you do not hear on YouTube. You guys can help the show and help keep my stupid show alive by becoming a $5 patron. But when you become a $5 patron or a $10 patron, you also get all of this. Plus me shitting on people for the fun of it. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Wow. I know, Daryl. I was just fucking with you, man. Joking around, bro. How would you know, Daryl? How would you know, Daryl? Daryl Stultz. Sith Neegan. He is God. Hey, Daryl, maybe you can fucking DM JD and then tell him to fucking do a podcast with me again so we can be friendly again. Go tell JD to fucking get off his ass. Good night. Everybody, thank you for the love and the support, including Sith Neegan, top donator of all time, Daryl Stultz. Baby. It's not the real Ryback either, by the way. Real Ryback has a check account. I should have a fucking check account by now, but I took a dump on myself. And as JD said, I am a loser. No, a failure. I'm a failure. I'm sorry.
What's going to happen first? Joe getting a house for his kids and his wife, or the fact that he's going to get 100,000 subscribers? Which is going to come first? Probably neither, because he is a failure.